Howdy, folks, jokes, and cowpokes. It's me, I'm back. You know, I've been a hamster so much that I may as well just, like, change all my branding stuff to just being a hamster, because, you know, I'm being a hamster so much. We're playing Palia today, giving it another shot, because I had played this previously. I didn't do a video on it or anything like that, but I didn't like it too much. My biggest issue is that it was essentially an MMO that had no reason for player interaction. Which at that point, like, why even make the game online? Play this again and give it another chance. And I don't usually play these cozy games that don't have animals as the main characters, you know? Not because I'm a furry, but because the aesthetic of a human doing farming stuff, that's too much like real life work. I don't like that. I don't like work. And then, let's pick our hair. A lot of haircut options. Ew, they all look like Play-Doh, though. Where's the side shape? How else will people know that I'm queer? No, I don't like that. I don't like these ones. So many haircuts, but none really speak to me. There's a lot of haircuts, but none of them are really great for me. Let's go with the closest one, I guess. What is with games and not putting a pure white option in? It's always like some kind of gray. That says it's white, but it's gray. Well, at least they text labeled these. Eyebrows, they will be white. Oh yeah, that one's pitch white, of course. Doesn't match with the hair. Let's not do white on the eyebrows. It looks like I don't have eyebrows. I typically don't put glasses on, but I think these totally fit the vibe of the character. It definitely fits my my old lady vibes. Okay, and clothes. So we got a hoodie here. That may just be what I go with. I don't want anything that looks too much like armor, because if I remember correctly, this game doesn't have any combat in it, which was one of the other things that I said it should have. It should have some sort of like dungeoning mode or group activity that people can do together. It doesn't have to be dungeons and combat. There needs to be some sort of activity that is done best with multiple players, and there really isn't one, as far as I remember in this. This screams biology teacher that you caught off hours. What do we got for pantaloons? Trousers. Jeggings, boots. Actually, you know what? I dig those boots. Let's go with that outfit that looks more like it's... Oh, that top is terrible, though. That's not so bad. Yeah, I look large and or in charge. Okay, we'll just go back to the hoodie, and we'll get rid of the long boots. This should be the thing that goes with it, I think, because it's in the same place. Yeah, outdoorsy. But we don't have to match. It's not like the tops match those those boots, but oh well. There was an update, and it said that it added more makeup options. I don't remember what the makeup options were before, so I have no idea. Finally. Sawa. Damn it, it's taken. Sawa Photo. Not doing that. Sarah is definitely taken. It usually is. That's taken. That's taken. Sawa Photo it is. So, I was going to make a new character on my main account and start over from the beginning, but apparently you can't make multiple characters, delete characters, and start over. They really want you to, like, make a mistake and be locked into that account. And then I go to try and sign out, but you can't sign out once you're already signed in somewhere, even if you uninstall and reinstall it. So I had to install it on Epic and play it on Epic because I wasn't signed in on Epic. So they make it very annoying to try and make a new account. And it's because they want you to log in and make a mistake and then be stuck with that. But it's a very chill game, so we won't sweat that too much. Butt flies. Games, by the way, let me go into the options before you throw me into the game, please. I would like to be able to adjust the audio level so you don't blow my ears out like you would my back. Orpal. Wait, was there an option for me to be Orpal and I didn't take it? She did it. She isolated the gay gene. Oh, and me. Yep, that's the gay gene. Imagine doing all this work to do like a magical ritual to summon a being from another planet and they come in with just a hoodie and jeans. Who is that rotund fella over there? Oh my, dragon. Did you just materialize from nowhere? Okay, so I don't think these options, even though they're elemented, actually make a difference. But, you know, let's just pick one. Let's be honest. Did you materialize from nowhere? No idea. Right, you probably don't know any more about your situation than I do. Well, maybe you do. It wouldn't be hard to know more than me. Did she just call herself stupid? Don't make me slap you, ho. Be nice to yourself. That's toxic positivity, I guess. Do you have any memories? Do you know? Perhaps we should allow the human to settle first. They were only just born, after all. Sorry, Hecla's right. It's just, this is the first time I got to witness it firsthand. Well, it's really nice to meet you. I'm Gina, and this is Hecla, my assistant. We're archaeologists. Well, students. Well, Hecla is assisting me in my duties, but she's not technically enrolled. Robo-Gorl. Hello, Robo-Gorl. My name is Sarah. Sawapwalto. You have a name already? Hecla, where's my quill? I need to write this down. It is pleasant to make your acquaintance, Sarah. I know you must have many more questions about your spontaneous emergence. Why is your friend so freaked out? I wasn't freaked out. It's just not every day you get to see an extinct species being reborn. Organic beings are often shocked at the emergence of new things. This world has not seen your kind in thousands of rotations. Be patient with it as it learns to accommodate you once again. We'll be here to help. I'll be so interested to go into recording later and see how that robot audio sounds. What am I? You are a human being, an ancient thing. This world has not seen in many rotations around the sun. As for us, well, I'm Majiri. I guess your species came around after all the humans disappeared? And Hecla here's a Galdor. They were made by the ancient humans to do all sorts of jobs. You are in Kalima, a small village on the island of Bahari, in the nation known as the Palian Republic. More specifically, this is the Phoenix Shrine. It's an old human ruin. I think that's all. Yeah, I'm sure this is a lot to take in. I mean, it is for me. I mean, you aren't the first human, but definitely the first one I saw emerge with my own eyes. Ashura should be coming soon to collect any new humans, so why don't you go down and meet them first? Here is an app and compass. They should allow you to navigate. And don't be... Sorry, I turned her into a robot. And don't be a stranger. If you get confused or just need a friend, you got us now.
Oh, you've already left.
Ew, she's British. Fantasy British. Boing. Walk around or to climb on the obstacles. We can climb and stuff? I'm sure there'll be so many large grand adventures. Big, big world. The big reveal. I guess. I mostly just see a bunch of trees. Alright, let's lower that audio a little bit. Oh, let's also make sure my computer isn't defaulting to... Yep, it is defaulting to 16... It's defaulting to 4K. I don't know why my computer keeps defaulting to 4K. My monitor is not a 4K monitor. I guess I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And it did not save where I was before, so I gotta run all the way back. So maybe I clicked record a little too soon again, but oh well. I have something to talk about for a second. So on the Epic Games version of this, you open the game and it makes you log in every time. But on the Steam version, you log in once and then it doesn't let you log out. So maybe I was wrong about the whole thing with the... Oh my god, it's gonna make me... Okay, I can skip it. So maybe I was wrong. They don't lock you into an account because they want to, like, hope you screw over or whatever. It's just quirks of Steam, I guess. Hey there, you must be new in town. I'm Ashura, the innkeeper at the Ormuz Horn, and I've been helping all the new humans getting settled. Unfortunately, there's nowhere near enough room for you all to be in the inn. But we do have some old plots with some fixer-upper houses on them. What do you say? Up for a little DIY? Sounds like fun. With that kind of attitude, I can't wait to see what you do with that plot in the future. But don't you think don't think you'll have to do it all alone. Here in Palia, we help our neighbors, especially when they're just starting out. Come on, I'll escort you to your new plot. If I'm right, our resident miner Hodari should already be there with the Just get going, loser. So it throws me into my plot immediately. It doesn't let me explore town yet. I guess that's fine. Because, yeah, I mean, if you're playing a homesteading game, the whole point is to do the homesteading. This looked like my bedroom, like, 2 weeks ago before I cleaned it. Busting nuts and busting rocks. Alrighty. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Did they just load in? Some scumming along. Lots of that's a hell of a contraction. Scumming along. Lots of trash left though. Shura, this our new resident? Yep, this is Sarah. Sarah, meet Hodari Pavel. He lives out in Bahari Bay, but he agreed to help us all get all the old plots ready. Nice to meet you. The pleasure's all mine. That's the flirt option. You. How do I get buff like you? Nice pickaxe. This old thing, been in the family for a few generations. Hasn't let me down yet. So, how's it going with the plot cleanup? It's almost done. Just a few pieces of rubble blocking the front, and you'll be able to reach the front, at least. Why don't you take this opportunity to get used to swinging a few tools, Sarah? I got a spare axe here you can use. Suppose I can spare my extra pick, too. It'll let me rest my back for at least a bit. If you need any help or have any questions, don't be afraid to ask.
I suppose I'll be seeing you around.
Oh, he's got a southern accent. Okay. I gotta give him that southern accent. Alright. Okay, so down in the mine, swinging my pickaxe from side to side. Side to side. That's some YouTube old lore. Hope the audio levels are okay. I did lower them. A morel. Speaking of morels, I live in Illinois, and it is like mushroom capital of the world. It is like always so humid here, and it's actually kind of annoying, because like I get really frizzy hair when it gets humid. Like it gets straight up very poofy. And well, in Illinois, because it's so humid, we have a lot of mushrooms, so we have a lot of mushroom variety too. We have several different kinds of edible mushrooms that just grow around. Like, we got, like, morels, of course. We've got chanterelle. We've got oyster. And a bunch of other stuff. And because of the natural humidity, there's, like, lots of mushroom growers. There's actually a mushroom grower in my town. And they don't even really use humidity regulation. Because it's so humid in this state, they just leave the doors open and let the natural humidity grow them. And so I decided to try it too, and like, yeah, it's actually not too bad to grow mushrooms. After you get around the sterilization process, it's actually pretty easy to grow them here. And like, yeah, I don't do humidity monitoring very much. I do have a humidity checker for them, or when I last did them, I did. And most of the time, I just... if I wanted to increase the humidity, I just give them a little water bottle spritz. But you don't need, like, a specialized grow tent or anything. You can actually just grow them raw dog in your room. And they don't need much sunlight. They only need indirect sunlight, which means that they can survive in a house on a windowsill. Although maybe direct contact with a windowsill is a bad idea because it's like it would very much dry them out. But so I'm a bit of an amateur mycologist. And well, we go looking for the mushrooms whenever we're in their proper season and we're hiking. So we'll go hiking in different places around town. And we'll always encounter a bunch of different mushrooms, and we've yet to eat any of the ones that we encounter because I don't trust my foraging ability. And because, you know, every mushroom has at least 3 false versions that look similar that will either give you seizures, make you crap yourself, or die. And I don't like doing any of those things, especially the crapping yourself part. So, we haven't really eaten anything, but we've encountered some stuff that I thought was yellow chanterelle. There was oyster that we've encountered before, but I've never encountered morel. Morel, despite being a very good and very sought-after mushroom, it's actually very rare and hard to find. Morels are very picky with their environment. Like, they don't grow in the same place multiple times. Like, so a mushroom grows from mycelium, which is essentially the actual mushroom itself. It's the root network. It's like the mycelium is the tree and the mushroom is the fruit. And that's why mushrooms are sometimes called the fruiting bodies. Despite them being, you know, from Kingdom Fungalia, which means that they're actually not a kind of, they're not an animal or plant. They're their own thing. I hope this mushroom stuff isn't boring. Maybe I should make a video on mushroom stuff sometime. But, as I was saying... Oh, what was I saying? Oh no. Oh no, I lost my train of thought. And now this is not gonna make sense. It's gonna sound like I'm rambling. But yeah, okay, morel rarity. That's what I was on. Okay, I can't remove that. Morels and their mycelium network. The mycelium network can grow and be in the ground and survive winter and stuff like that and be ready for the next season. And they do with most mushrooms. Like, if an oyster grows in one spot, you can come back the next year around the same time and you will see a mushroom there in the same spot if you come the day or 2 after a rain. But with morels, they are picky. Even though they grew in one spot one year, you can come back next year in that same spot, and they might not be there. So they're a very rare kind of mushroom. And another quirk about them is that they don't like to be captive bred. I'm chopping all this stuff down right now, by the way, because starting the next day, I get stamina, and I have to worry about stamina. So I'm chopping all this down now so I don't have to worry about it later. Efficiency. But yeah, they can't really be captive grown. Well, some people have figured out how to captive grow them, but he put a patent on it, the asshole, so no one else can do it until he's done making his money from that method. But a lot of people can do it themselves. What they do is they'll take morels that they found in the wild, and they'll grind them up into a slurry. Basically just a mixture of water and chopped up or blended morel mushroom. And then they'll put it all in a bucket of water. And then they'll poke a hole in the bottom of the bucket and walk around the dark parts of their yard, putting the slurry mixture throughout their yard. Just in places where it's dark and stuff like that. And they'll grow. Since they're picky about their environment, they don't really grow very well on blocks or beds. Other than, however, this guy patented them, and I haven't looked into it yet because it just mostly frustrates me. But morels can be very valuable. I think for a pound, it's 50-ish bucks, and you're much more likely to find them dried than you are to find them fresh, because people can gather a large amount of them, dry them out, and they're still just as good year-round. I tried them for the first time last year, because like I said, I hadn't been able to find any, and I don't have 50 bucks to drop on one meal. But my brother got some, and he gave some of them to me, because he knows I like mushrooms. And I ate them, and they were pretty dang tasty. They made a really bangin' mac and cheese. Most expensive mac and cheese I've ever had. Like, all it was missing was the gold leaf. That was a real nothing story. But for mycology stuff, like, for, like, actually growing it myself, I've grown a few different kinds of stuff, but I mostly just grew pink oyster, because pink oyster is one that you can't really get in stores. Pink oyster has a very short shelf life of just a couple of days. Like, it's less than a week. So you'll have to grow, harvest, and eat all within a week. So it's not really possible for them to be in stores. Even at my local co-op where they have lots of foraged foods, you can't get them there at all. And why I grow them is because they're tasty. They taste like bacon when you cook them. So they're also great to put in foods. It's just, it got a little money consuming and time consuming to do it, and I don't know. I just haven't had the time, I feel like. But I can do it year-round, because like I said, the humidity is good year-round. Alright, back to Hodari. Good work. You might end up giving Hodari a run for our money at the next Bahari Lumberjack and Mining competition. I want to go that far. Got a lot more practice before that happens. Maybe, but neither of us is exactly young and spry anymore. Puts me at ease, knowing that folks like Sarah can take up the mantle eventually. Anyway, you probably got plenty of materials from that rubble. Why don't we use it to fix up your house? Just drop the supplies by the construction sign, and Hodari and I will handle the rest.
All right.
Alright. We plop these off. Some wood. Some stone. Okay. Wow. So beautiful. So amazing.
What?
Looking good. Structure sound. Roof looks sturdy. This should keep you safe and dry. Little empty though. Why don't you take this workbench? Should let you make your own furniture as long as you have the supplies. Got some blueprints you can try too. Nothing fancy though. If you want that, you'll have to go to Tish.
All right.
Alright, so I have to use... You have a workbench. Okay, I gotta go to the workbench in my inventory. Nope, that's the friends list. I don't have any of those. Okay, here we go. And then rotate with RB. Come on. Let's get this precise. There we go. And then craft a wooden storage chest. I'm gonna put it out to the right here instead of in the house, because I'm going to move my house when I get it. When I get the opportunity to. When I'm allowed to. When they take this damn collar and leash off me. There we go. Craft a wardrobe. And a chair. Same thing, I'm gonna put them outside. Let's do bench. So when you level up or whatever, you improve your, or when you make a craft, you can learn a new craft, and it's like from a set selection, and you pick which ones you want. But you could see that with your special eyes. And our cuck chair. Do y'all have a cuck chair in your bedroom? Just curious.
You need something?
That storage chest you made will come in real handy if you run out of space in your pockets. If you want more space, you can place more chests. And your workbench isn't just for decorating. You can also craft tool upgrades, ammo, and more, as long as you have the recipe. I think that's about all I can help with. Why don't you head out into town? For you? If you aren't happy living off charity, maybe stop on by a Hassian and ask him to teach you how to hunt. And if that ain't your speed, Einar can get you a fishing rod, and Ani'll set you up to catch bugs. After that, you can stop by Reth and Badru to learn how to cook and garden. It was good to meet you, Sarah. Drop by the inn whenever you're in the mood to chat. You can stop by the mines you can stop by the mines in the bay if you want, but I'll probably be busy. That's Hodari's way of saying stop by anytime. Oh, Ani's someone I was supposed to talk to? Phew, good, you're here. My mom, Delilah, told me that there was another new human in town, and here you are. I ran all the way from the farm to here. She wanted you to have this housewarming gift. Fresh dairy from the Daya family farm. Welcome to Kalima. And I wanted you to have your mail. I'm Hani, and I handle all the deliveries around here. Twice a day, every day, rain or shine. 6 in the morning and 6 at night. Is it really necessary to deliver mail twice a day? So, I think it's safe to say my job is about to get a lot more interesting. Do you like getting mail? You look like someone who would like getting mail. I love getting mail. Good, then you'll be happy when I have that for you. Come on, go check it out. It's your first mail delivery ever. It better not be a fucking bill. The mail system's a little buggy. It doesn't delete the mail every time I press A on it. Alright. We got to do one of the following. Have 500 gold. Okay. Well, let's start by leaving the house plot. Oh, there's a queue for loading into the town. That's funny. Real bumpin' town, I'm guessing. They got a club. There's sprint. Yes, you tap Y. Why? Because that's the button you press. You can see some other players walking around now.
Need any help?
Oh, there you are. Good. I was starting to think I dreamed the whole thing. So yesterday, Hekla and I were examining the ruins more, trying to find out what's going on, why the humans are suddenly back. And I found a piece of statue that looked like it fell off the phoenix, so, well, I returned it. Which is when it started glowing, just like when you dropped out of the sky. It stands to reason these two events are connected. I'd like to test my hypothesis, which means I need you to go try and check out the shrine. But only if it's convenient. The trace amounts of flow left in the structures around the valley aren't enough to have the sort of effect you'd call magic. But Hekla can still hear them sing. Alright, gamer, no problem. Let's go ahead and grab the other quest while I'm here, though. Talk to Ani, Hassian, and Einar. I think Ani is... Oh no, this person's closer. Oh, my leg's falling asleep. Unconditional affection. Arf! 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 Ruff! Grr! Woof woof! Woof woof woof! Lick.
Get on with it.
Sarah, I presume? Don't act stunned that I know your name. I know everything that goes on in this village, including when someone new arrives. My name is Hassian, and I'm in charge of maintaining the natural order of the woods that surround the village. Be good to the valley, and we'll have no quarrel. Use nature poorly, and you'll find I know how to get rid of this village of all sorts of pests. City Hall requires I give you this bow and a set of arrows. My mother is the town's blacksmith. A simple bow like that is an easy supply. It takes years to learn proper hunting. Start by aiming that bow at something, like those choppas or a sernuk. Maybe you'll even manage to hit your target. I don't want to play cards with you.
Try not to cause any trouble.
Pants, pants. Arf. Let's just go talk to each one.
Hi, hi, hi.
The standard MMO meeting everybody in town quests. Hello again. Enjoying your mail? I have a present for you, a Bug Scouts official belt, and a set of smoke bombs, too. Ma'am, I'm a member of Kilima's best and only bug catching club. Before we get started, you gotta take the Bug Scouts oath. Just repeat after me. I promise to honor nature and all its creatures, to always lend others a helping hand, and most importantly, tell Ani if you see anything really cool. Pretty sure you made that last one up. Okay, fine, but you gotta promise anyway. We're bug buddies now, and buddies share their cool catches. Anyways, welcome officially to the Bug Scouts. Why don't you try to catch something easy to start? Remember though, certain bugs will only come out at certain times. I found... Sorry, that was not important stuff. I didn't mean to talk to you about unimportant things. Alright, and then talk to Einar. Oh my god, they're so far away. Quick, Sarah. The pressure's on. Find something to talk about. Damn, we sure do be walking. Walking and talking. Sometimes at the same time. Oh, this is a really cool skinny robot. It's been a while since I last played this, so I don't remember much.
I did not see you there.
Oh, he's got a deep voice. Okay, let's bust out the pipes. Oh, hello. You seem to be another person. Unless I have previously made your acquaintance, in which case, my apologies for forgetting you. I am often too distracted by my oneness to take notice of such things as meeting new people. And there seems to be so many new people lately. Silly human, the oneness is merely the oneness. The oneness cannot be learned by listening to the sound of air as it moves through your face flaps. It must be experienced. For me, that experience usually involves much fishing. Yes, I have been informed by Gina that you have emerged fully formed from the swirling mist. This is wonderful news. Happy day of mist birthing to you, new human. Other humans call me Einar, and I would like to share with you the joy of fishing. I understand it's customary for tutelage to require work that one does from home. I know there's a word for it, but I can't quite recall what it is. Please take this fishing rod and give it a try. I shall be here in case you accidentally fall in.
Oh. Are you waiting to engage in a conversation closing ritual?
Yeah, I can't sound like that. That voice actor's too cool sounding. I can't sound cool. I can only do deep and rumbly. Alright, wait for a big bite. I'm sure it works just like every other fishing game ever. Yep, this is fishing. Wait, it said wait for 3 and then do it, right? Or do I just gotta wait for the big dip like other games? Wait. Maybe I should look at that tutorial. Oh geez, I sure hope there's another way to look up that tutorial. Let's just, let's just keep trying. Surely I'll get it this time. Oh wait, why'd I do that? Is that too close to shore? No, okay. What? It said, darn, that fish got away, and then the chest appeared. Okay, let's take a second to look at how I'm supposed to do this. Is it under player support? No, that opens up a browser. Let's just Google how to fish Palia. Use your fishing rod and cast your line into the body of water. Wait for the bobber to dip down 3 times, indicating a fish bite. Then quickly hold left click or right trigger, or use the mouse to keep the fish within the green brackets while reeling in. Okay, so I gotta move it into the brackets to pull it in. Okay, so it's still basically the same as every other fishing minigame. I've learned my lesson, chat. I will read the tutorials from now on. Hell yeah, I did a fishing.
I feel much oneness today.
I have crafted many adornments made from fishing implements. I find them quite aesthetically pleasing. But I do sometimes wonder if I am the only one who feels this way. What do you think of my adornments? They're very you. I have never made an adornment that resembles myself. Oh, you must mean my adornments express my individual traits and interests. Adornments as a form of expression? How novel. You should tell Gel, the clothier, of your invention. Perhaps he shall start creating adornments for the purpose of expression as well. Congratulations, I hope you were able to experience the same joy as I derived during such events. However, my times with humans taught me your kind derives limited utility from living fish. Perhaps this is a more suitable reward for your efforts. I do hope you will choose to continue this wonderful activity in the future. In the meantime, if I find anything I believe to be of interest to you, I shall have it delivered to you via mail.
The conversation has now ended. Goodbye.
He's cool. I like him. Cool robot. Alright, now to learn how to garden and learn to cook. Whole lot of learning going on. Oh wait, ultimate opportunity for the bow. I was kidding when I said I was going to read the tutorials. That wouldn't be very interesting. Oh, you're a bug, aren't you? Okay, let's try bugging now. Press and hold RT to start aiming. Arc your shot to intercept the insect. Practice good timing. When the insect is hit by a smoke bomb, it'll attempt to break away. If they fail, become dazed and picked up off the ground. Rare bugs escape easier. Increase your skill to unlock new types of smoke. Okay. Okay, very easy. It's like Pokemon. Okay, we have a new mark. Let's go for the headshot. Nice and clean. Nice. Excellent. Yay, murder. Alright. Oh, we got another one. Nice. Okay. Enough murder. Let's talk to Ani.
It's a good day to be exploring.
Oh, hey. Great job. I wish I had some kind of reward for you. How about this? Mom packed me a big lunch, and I couldn't finish. That's not really a great reward. Yeah. I suggest you check your mail later. But the real reward is the fun you had learning to catch bugs, am I right? No, give me money. Money. Cash. Header. Money. Money. Give me money.
You're here, so I may as well help.
Why have you returned? Do you think I would praise you for a job well done? It is every Palian's duty to help maintain the balance of nature. In the interest of perpetuating that balance, I am obligated to give you this. Chappas are not natural to this environment. They overpopulate and destroy natural wildlife and vegetation. Cool. That means no holds barred animal murder. Love it. If a species is invasive, it is your duty... If a species is invasive, I mean, not evasive, it is your duty to slaughter the hell out of that. And eat it, probably. The majority of, like, I've learned that humans love one thing. Eating new animals. But, yeah. Chappas are not natural to this environment. They overpopulate and destroy natural wildlife and vegetation. It is only right that you humans help before you, too, begin to run wild. You may leave me alone now. I'm sure any further contact can be conducted over mail.
Oh. That was interesting.
Alright. Next quest. More walking. More walking. Oh, some of these are really, really far away.
Care to try my world-famous soup?
Oh, hey. You're one of the newbies, right? Name's Reth, but you can call me Trouble. In addition to being bad news, I also provide Kilima with delicious soups and stews here at the Ormuz Horn. Stop by later, yeah? Always happy to chat with a friendly new face. He looks like he's mewing. Whoa there, you gotta learn to walk before you can swim. Unless you're a fish, but I'm like 97% sure you're a human. Tell you what, I'll stop by your plot later and walk you through getting a little snack action going. Just, don't wait up for me, okay? I might be a little late. Oh my god, is he trying to put the schmooze on me? I have some stuff to do first. Man, I'm really... Okay, well this is just the extra chat thing. No need to pay attention to that. He's already soaked up enough of my time. Talk to Badru. I love that my immersion is broken by giant flashy titles above player heads. This game is so realistic. When I actually go out in public, it does also say a giant title above my head. It says World's Best Hamster. And then it's got an asterisk at the end, and it's like second only to Hamtaro. Well, actually, I guess Bijou is better than me, too. No, wait, she's French. I'm better than Bijou. Could my reaction time be any slower on that? Excellent. I love it.
Nice of you to turn ip.
Well, if it isn't another friend I haven't met yet. I'm Badru the Farmer, and I sense we have some good times ahead. Did I mention in addition to farming, I also do stand-up comedy? It's Carrot Top, but he uses actual carrots. You come to the right place if you care about fresh quality produce. Honestly, I'm impressed to see you going after what you want. If I had that kind of gumption, maybe I'd be doing more of my life than just making ends meet. I'm just kidding around. Farming life's great. Especially if you love the smell of Ormu manure in the morning. I'll admit, it's a bit of an acquired taste. Well, you're not supposed to eat it. Tell you what, meet me in your plot and I'll walk you through the steps. Potatoes are the worst crop to harvest. They're so low into the ground, they really throw out my back. Why don't you use a raised plot then, huh? Huh? Maybe make a bed to grow them on and raise it a foot or two above the ground so you don't have to kneel to get them out. Alright. Ooh. Come on, that was a headshot. I would have died. I would have been screaming and shouting if I made that long shot all the way over there. Inventory full. Oops. I murdered you for no reason. 21,000 meters? Okay, is that how far my house is? Alright, we got to go to this place over here, which I think is my house. That looks like the house indicator. But also we have this quest with... what's his face? It's gonna be hard for me to remember the characters.
What
Sure.
can I do for you?
I know starting out in a new place can be tough, but you've been doing a great job. I thought I'd help you out. I've got a couple of recipes for purchase that might make your life a little easier. Oh yeah, you're doing me such a favor by me giving you money. You'll probably want to get a sawmill first, to turn some of that wood into planks. Don't cut any fingers on it, okay? Basic sawmill. Yep, and there's multiple currencies.
you around.
That definitely doesn't worry me. Alright, back to it. Back to the house. I'm guessing I can't turn myself Orpal like everybody else. Because I gotta look like a human or whatever. But man, I want to be Orpal. I love being Orpal. Alright, back to my home. Sarah Proto is in his house. Sorry, Sarah Proto. Oh my god. He turned into a plant. Oh, okay, he's fine now.
Let's do our best.
You know, this place is already starting to shape up. Didn't expect you to fix up the house so fast. I figured you'd be stuck in a tent or something. Now, that'd be intense. I'm motivated by compliments. What a coincidence. That's why I became a farmer. Short hours, tons of accolades, and mountains of cash. At least I hear that's what it's like in Harvest Meadows. Now, I bet you've been working up an appetite from all that chopping and mining. Well, if you got patience, I've got the solution to your woes. Gardening! All you have to do is wait a few sun cycles and voila, dinner, or breakfast, even lunch if the mood strikes you. I know, it doesn't sound exciting, but trust me, nothing tastes better than a tomato you've grown yourself. I don't like tomato. I've got all the tools you need right here. I like cherry tomatoes and grape tomatoes. Go on, why don't you drop this plot down and give it a good till? Or a bad till. Promise I won't tell.
All right, I'll leaf you to it.
If not for the laws of this land, I would murder you. We gotta put some stuff away first. Move stack. Things move a little slow because it looks like it needs a constant connection to move things. Alright. Supposed to plant. Can I move my house now? Yes, I can. Let's... Let's do it right here. Directly on top of me. Oh, okay. I can change my stuff here. Where's the skin tone option? Oh. Shows me all the paid stuff. Plague Doctor mask, that's cool. I like that Magi mask. Fancy. Well, not up close, I don't. Never mind, I changed my mind. Give me sunflower seeds! Okay. Place down a gardening plot. How do we do that again? Uh... Oh. Do I use the hoe? I just put it right next to... No, wait. The house gets extensions. I don't want to put it next to the house. Am I doing it? I don't think I'm doing it. Okay, is it an item that I place? Nope, that's friends list. I'll figure it out eventually. There it is. Wow, I can do archaeology. Oh, it only resulted in 1 stone. I thought it was getting cool, like, ancient artifacts found in my backyard, you know, the ultimate dream of, like, any young kid. You go digging for fossils and you find some cool stuff in your backyard, like, you're hoping, like, a dinosaur bone or something like that, and then instead all you do is you piss off your parents. There we go. Now, back to the unfunniest man alive.
Can I help you out?
Hey, Spuddy. Done digging? Hot diggity dug. This is ridiculous. What a fancy-looking doodad. Or is that more of a doohickey? Either way, I'm the last guy you want to ask about it. Next time you're out by Mirror Pond, though, just ask. You could ask Gina if she knows anything about it. As for things I can help you with, well, unfortunately, seeds don't plant and water themselves. You're gonna need some of these bad boys. Consider them a housewarming gift. Once your seeds are in the ground, go into the pond and fill up this here watering can. And give that dirt a nice little bath. It might be a few sun cycles and a few buckets of water, but trust me, it'll be worth the wait. Some things you plant might have an effect on the seeds around it. For example, carrots... I immediately went to mushrooms. For example, carrots and onions keep weeds from growing next to them. If you find yourself needing more seeds, you can pick them up at Zeki's. Well, I can't wait to see you again, neighbor. That would have been funnier if I'd given you wheat seeds. Oh, I gotta work on my material.
Let us make this day a great one.
Okay. Make sure your garden plot is on your action bar, and then press left or right on D-pad. Aim where the garden plot should be placed, and then make the final placement. Oh wow, I could have used this when I was actually doing it. Place your seeds on the action bar, and then, okay, so I do everything via the action bar. Oh, if only it did it when... If only it did it when it was time for me to actually do it. It's hard work, but it's honest work. We gaming now. We are gaming so hard. Alright. Oops. No, not that. We want this. Why would you not... Okay, I was gonna say. Thought it was gonna... It wasn't gonna let me do multiple at once. That would have been weird. Alright, and then... Watering can. We gotta go fill this back up. Okay, well... Oh. No, it's not LT. X. Okay. It's like we're playing a shooter. It's like less exciting Splatoon. Alright. Oh, Reth's here.
Oh, hey.
Oh hey, just saw Badru leaving. He teach you how to garden? I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. Seriously, I managed to kill knapweed, and that stuff's supposed to be invincible. Anyways, let me teach you about the single thing I'm not ashamed of: cooking. Here, you'll want to take this campfire recipe. Once you got that built, I'll teach you a couple of recipes you can set and forget. Ah, soup, my beloved, the perfect food. What can't it do, really? But don't get ahead of yourself. We'll do the soup eventually, but you don't exactly have a full kitchen set up in the first place.
All right, break's over.
Now it's time for me to talk about soup. Soup really is good, especially if it's got potatoes in it. People are like, soup can't be a meal, and, well, it can if it's got potatoes in it. Potatoes are, like, on the satiety index, which tells you how filling the food is. Potatoes rank the highest. So, potatoes are a great thing to have alongside your food to make sure that you actually fill up. And I make a lot of potato soup. It is so good. Only need one bowl of that stuff and you're full. And then I also make this thing called hamburger soup, which I'll elaborate on in a second because I can't do two things at once apparently. Campfire. There it is. So hamburger soup is a family recipe where we take hamburger meat, we brown it in a pan, and then we throw it in a pot with beef broth and cut up potatoes and onion. Throw it all in there and cook it for like 30 minutes until the potatoes are soft. And that's potato soup. It's really simple. But it's nostalgic for me. It's not the best food. I don't really like it that much anymore, but it's nostalgic for me because it's something we ate a lot when I was growing up. Because it's cheap. Nowadays, though, with prices getting as expensive as they are, if I make it again, I'm probably going to be doing it with, like, turkey or something. Grilled mushroom. Oh, he probably had a specific thing he wanted me to cook, right? Mushrooms are getting expensive too, so I can't really eat them as much anymore. Something about mushrooms, though. People are always like, oh, I hate mushrooms. Mushrooms are gross. Well, yeah, because the only mushrooms you ever tried are the button mushrooms. And then they're like, no, I've had portobello, cremini, and baby bella. It's like, those are the same mushroom. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's like bell pepper. Bell pepper is like the red, green, and yellow and orange ones. Those are all the same pepper. They're just harvested at different times. Baby bella, cremini, portobello, and button mushrooms are all the same mushroom harvested at the same time. At different times, I mean. And when you get them at the right time, like the... what's it called? They're all the same family. They're called Agaricus bisporus. And they're not farmed because they're good and tasty. They're farmed because they're the mushroom with the longest shelf life. They have 2 weeks shelf life after they've been harvested. So, they last for a week when they're growing, and then you can harvest them, and then you can have them last for another 2-3 weeks. Well, it's like 3 weeks, because it's like 1 week to ship, 2 weeks to be on shelves. And yeah, they're there because they're easy and cheap to make. Any farm can make them because they're a mushroom that can eat manure. So then they're grown on these big, wide beds that are really shallow, and they grow super quick. But they're not particularly tasty. If you want a good mushroom, you gotta get into the weirder stuff, like shiitake. Shiitake is a bit woodier and a little tougher, but it also has a stronger umami flavor because it's full of like it's something like MSG. It's really meaty, and like I'll sometimes grind it up and put it into soups and stuff like that, or I'll just rehydrate it and slice it full. It's also a pretty affordable mushroom to get because if you go to an international market, you can buy it in like 20-30 pound bags. And that's a really good one too. But there's also things like chestnut, which go great in stews. They're an exceptionally tough mushroom to eat. We'll just call this one the episode where I talk about mushrooms. The chestnut mushroom is like really tough, and it's really woody. And you can't really eat it as is. You kind of have to put it in a stew so that it softens up. And that makes it perfect for like beef stew, and that one's also really good. As for oyster kind of just takes on whatever flavor you want it to. Except pink oyster, it tastes like slightly like bacon, and then you put smoked paprika on it, and it tastes even more like bacon. So I think pink oyster is probably my favorite one. Morel is also a kind of meaty one. And yeah, it's one of those things where it's like mushrooms is like a grown-up flavor, and if you got like a kid's palate, you're probably never going to like it, but you should at least try the other kinds of mushrooms before you like say, hey, I hate mushrooms. Because in reality, you probably only hate mushrooms because you've only ever had the worst kind of mushroom. And I'm mining and hitting trees and stuff because that tangent was going to be a long one, and I knew it was going to be a long one.
Good to see you again.
Alright, here we go. Oh, hey, campfire secured? As secure as an open flame. I also put it next to my very flammable house. Next, you'll want to forage for some morels. They grow up here and around Kilima. Can't really miss them. They're bright red and, you know, mushroom-shaped. After you gather enough, you can pop them on the fire and have yourself a skewer. I don't think I need to explain how food actually works. Well, maybe I do. You are technically a baby. Make sure you're always well fed. It helps you focus and pick up skills faster. That's why I always keep my soup flask on my hip. Never know when I'll need another burst of energy. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to carry around lukewarm or worse, cold soup. I've never had a cold soup. I know they exist, but I've never had a cold one. Anyways, I better head out now. Once you get the hang of campfire cooking, stop by the inn. Someone added me as a friend. Probably a random. I will wait. Stop by the inn and I'll hook you up with the good stuff. And by good stuff, I mean stove. I'll hook you up with the stove. Oh, hell yeah. Stove.
Stop by again soon.
Now we're cooking with gas. Possibly, unless it's an electric stove. Okay. Alright, so I think that's a good place to leave it off because I'm actually a little exhausted. I got up and woke up first thing in the morning this time instead of doing it before bed. And, oh my god, I am so dry. I need to go chug like a gallon of water. I'll see y'all later. I think I'll keep playing more of this. Like, this is not bad, and, like, it does give me plenty to talk about, even if it is all about mushrooms. So, I'll see y'all later. Bye.